Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader Oregon Sports Beat. Tonight, from Marshall High School, it is boys lacrosse featuring the Central Catholic Rams. Their opponent tonight, the Grant Generals. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me, my broadcast partner, Steve Roberts. And Steve, these are teams. Lacrosse is not an OHSLA sanctioned event, so these are basically club leagues that play for their high schools. That may occur soon in the future, that lacrosse may become a OHSLA sanctioned sport. So these two teams are in the league that's called the Columbia Conference. So Central Catholic, Grant, both in that conference. The girls' game we did last week between Lincoln and Central Catholic, that was a Columbia Conference game.
Okay.
Head coach for the Central Catholic Rams, it's John Finnegan. Head coach for the Grant Generals, it's Harry Ling. The Generals, they are 3-0 in conference, 6-5 overall. The Rams, 2-1 in conference, 3-6 overall. We're playing here. By the way, this is a home game for Grant and an away game for Central Catholic, because this is not a high school sport. The Generals can't play at Grant. This is their home field, and the game is here. The Rams, they generally, as you know, we play at Delta Park, and so they'll be the away team here. We're just about ready to get this started. There are 4 12-minute quarters. So we'll play a quarter, play another quarter, then take a break at halftime, and then come back with the last 2 quarters.
From what I understand, we have a little bit of rivalry here for some bragging rights between these two teams. They usually play good games when they play, and, they're both on the east side here. So we'll see how this game goes tonight.
Exactly. All right. Teams are out at midfield. Referee explaining some rules. They're going to do a stick check. Make sure nobody has a big bend in their stick.
Make sure nobody has an extra long stick. Or
for any of you that are new to us, lacrosse, 10 players, 3 attackmen, 3 midfielder, 3 defensemen, and a goalie. You have to keep at least 4 players back in the defensive zone. That's to avoid offsides or anything else.
Yeah, often you'll see players switching up, but they will always keep those numbers in the backfield there.
The nets are up around the 10-yard line. There's a crease painted out in front of them. I believe that's 8 feet. Grant is actually the leader in the Columbia Conference at 3-0. Rams 2-1. There's 3-6 overall. All right, teams are lining up. Generals, they will be in their white jerseys, blue pants, blue lettering. They will move from our right to our left. Rams will be in their cardinal and gold uniforms, gold lettering. They will move from our left to our right. Did I say Generals move from our right to our left?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Thanks for joining us, and welcome to Columbia Conference Soccer featuring the Central Catholic Rams.
So both teams are anxious here for this face-off.
Here we are in the draw. If you were with us last week, you see the difference in the draw. The girls start with the draw with their sticks up in the air, and they have to throw the ball straight up. Boys start with it on the ground. Another difference between the girls and boys from last week, girls can't hit each other. No body contact, no stick contact. Boys, body contact is allowed. Stick contact is allowed in a certain area.
Central Catholic rolling the ball around on the outside here.
Rams with the ball. That's number 19 for the Rams. That's Miles Berry. By the way, in goal for each one of these teams, in goal for Grant, it is number 33, Lucas Dieter. In goal for the Rams, It is number 4, John Nisbet. Lacrosse games can be high scoring and the scores can come really quickly. Field must be a little bit slippery. One of the players I saw just sat down when he tried to stop.
Caused a turnover there. Oh, nice stick there.
Grant player tried to pick the ball up, lost his stick. Rams pick it up. Here they come forward. Another rule in this lacrosse that's a little bit different. Ball goes out of bounds. A player and the ball goes out of bounds. That goes to the other team. But if it's behind the net, if it's a shot and it goes behind the net, the ball goes to the player closest to the ball.
Yeah, you often see players hustling to follow the ball out.
Exactly. Rams.
So see the Rams keeping it out wide. We haven't seen many cutters yet.
Teams like to throw the ball around the outside and have somebody cut right through the middle. And you'll see all kinds of shots, backward shots, through the leg shots, falling down shots. Generals take it away. Here they come up the field, down the left side. Number 0, Marshall Brower, I'm sorry. Brower, a long stick midi, he's a junior. Each team can have 4 long stick players. Generals with the ball around the outside. We've not had a shot on goal yet. We've not had a penalty. We've not had... Have we had the ball go out? No.
Once over on the far side.
Right. A feel-out period for both these teams. Generals are in front.
Yeah, they're keeping one man close there in the... Now they spread it out.
Generals.
That ball gets loose.
Ball gets loose. It's a inbound for the Rams.
And some subs came in.
A couple of subs came in. I'll get you their numbers.
They're taking advantage of that? No.
That ball is going to go out. Rams are back. That'll be their ball.
So the Rams trying to take advantage of that shortage on that substitute transition there.
Sun just going down. The lights have been on for about an hour. We're at Marshall High School. Kind of interesting, Steve. I believe this is the campus for Benson High School this year. They're working on the school, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And we're here. Grant is the home team.
We've actually, even though this school is not open, we've actually been out here often for different games, football and...
Right, football and lacrosse, soccer.
It's a nice field.
Generals come forward. That's down the left side, number 1, Spencer Vassell. He's a freshman, by the way. Around the outside for the Generals. Their head coach is Henry Ling. Like I mentioned, 3-0 in Columbia Conference, 6-5 overall. Steve, you talked to the coach for Central Catholic beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling you, with a few breaks here and there, he thought they could be 7-2 rather than 3-6.
Yeah, he thought a couple of the games were close, and we have a shot there.
A shot and a goal.
No, was it a goal? No, it's saved.
I'm sorry, a save. It is a save.
Yeah.
Saw the players headed back to midfield, but it's a save for a nice save for John Nisbet. Another player dropped his stick.
Yeah, and in lacrosse, you can actually hit the stick out of a player's hand, and Grant has been very successful with that a couple of times already in this game.
You can hit the stick, you can hit the player's hand. There is a penalty for slashing, so you're limited where you can actually make that head. Rams with the ball. They are on the outside. A whistle. Oh, I think somebody just blew a whistle. There was no.
Yeah.
Out there in the center, that's number 19, Miles Berry.
Rams just swinging it around. Now they go into some motion.
A couple of cutters. They go back outside, taken
ball.
away. Here come the Generals forward. .44 for the Generals is Austin Yu. He's a junior. Number 0 is Marshall Brower. Way out on top. Generals look to work inside now. Behind the net, Generals.
Generals like keeping a couple of players near the center there, close to that net.
Right, they've had 3 or 4 players right in front of the net each time they've come forward.
They do that little rush there through the center and try to get a pass in. Oh, low shot, goes.
I believe it's 17. Yep. Grant breaks on the board first, the goal from number 17, and that's Elliott Fee. He's a junior. He shot that low. So Fee with the first goal of the game for Grant. They lead 1-0. We'll have a draw at center. Players with their sticks down. Referee sets it down there, backs up, whistle, and another whistle. They're going to give that to Grant.
Central Catholic sends a couple of subs in.
Thanks for joining us here at Oregon Sports Beat. We're your high school sports leader. Tonight, boys lacrosse. Friday afternoon, we're going to have a softball game for you that will be at Irv Lynn Stadium. Start time on that is 3:45. Fee again sets off just to the right of the net.
So Central Catholic put some pressure there behind the net.
Coach Ling told us beforehand, he said there's some players to keep an eye on, and Fee is one of them. Their goalie is another, Dieter, and Marshall Brower, who's number 0, is another player that Coach Ling said, watch these guys. Generals send it back. That's Fee with the ball, number 17, the goal scorer.
A nice move there.
Turn around, looking for some help. Taken away. Rams take it away. You can see slashing at sticks. Somebody yelled timeout.
Yeah.
Is it? I believe it's the Generals. I haven't seen for sure on that. Steve, the referee has the stick in his hand. See when he get in there and shoot? So there's a timeout here.
Looks like
Generals lead 1-0. They're not looking at that stick, are they?
yeah, looks like there might be 2 sticks they have over there. Can't really tell. Looking at their netting. Yeah, I believe those pockets can only be a certain size.
Okay. Illegal stick is a penalty.
they took a stick. Looked like they got one from both teams here.
Okay, I think that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
They set those down. Both the teams come out. I believe that might have been just a random stick check. Get one stick from each team, check it. Everything is okay, so we'll go back to action. First quarter action, Grant leads 1-0 on a goal by Elliott Fee. Marshall Brower with the ball. Sends it off. Brower still with the ball in front. Ball loose, scooped up.
Still loose.
Still loose. And the Generals keep the ball. 3 or 4 players tried to scoop it up, Steve, and nobody did.
Shot.
You were right, Steve. Look how the Generals pack people in front of the net. They got, instead of having 5 or 6 people on the outside, they have 3. They send it around the outside. Look for somebody in the middle. One of the things, you know, you have somebody down there if you're going to take a shot, but the other thing is you screen the goalie.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. You're correct there, Dave. You get those bodies in there, and it's hard for the goalie to see where the shot's coming from.
Rams with the ball on the outside. Rams only have 1 player in front of the net. And that player is number, is that number 9 or 5? We'll have to look when he turns around.
Teams are running in lots of subs. They're keeping lots of fresh legs in this match.
And you know, Steve, I've noticed all those substitutions, but neither team has really got off to some speed runs on either side. So they're keeping people fresh.
But both teams have been playing I guess you would call it a half-filled game here. No, not too many breakaways.
Miles Whiteford, one of the other players that Coach Ling told us to watch, 14, he had the ball. He's dished it off, so it's now back behind the net. Fee is 17, Whiteford is 14. Those are the players the coach said to watch.
Ball's bounced around here, bouncing again. Looks like Central Catholic finally got it.
One of the Generals hits the deck. Rams dropped the ball, picked it back up. More substitutes check in.
Did they get score on that one? Yeah, they caught the goalie away from the net, looks like.
Rams score. We're trying to catch a goal for you. Okay. Number 7 was the goal scorer for Central Catholic. Number 7 is Colin Sayer. Evens it up on the goal by Sayer, so it's 1-1. And the goalie that time, I mean, the shot was from outside. The goalie, I don't know, he just missed it. Or was he screened? Or
I think he came out to play the ball, and the Central Catholic player was able to get the shot off.
When you step out of that net, you create lanes that you can shoot in.
Oh, nice spin there.
Rams with a great spin in front.
Good block away for the goalie, deflecting it. That's another shot. Goalie handles that one.
So we're in the first quarter. Rams 1, Generals 1. Generals goal by Elliott Fee. Rams goal by Colin Sayer. Remember, these are 12-minute quarters. Grant with the ball. Fee with the ball. He's the goal scorer.
That's that middle. That's why they get him in the middle there.
And there was the shot. It's going to go out. Generals are back. They'll get the ball. Oh,
There's that
the inbound pass
Yep.
to the Generals, and the score came right in, right up front, got the pass, and shot it in. That is number 15. Number 15 for the Generals, and number 15 is Sully Kroger.
Yeah, finally plays off. The General keep those 3 players in the middle there hanging out, and then one of them turns and gets a nice sharp pass inside to make that goal.
Our cameraman, Ryan Johnson, helping us with the numbers on the goal scorers. But, Steve, that was a pass from out of bounds.
Yeah.
In. The player came right down in front of the goalie, snagged the ball up high, and then just shot it down.
Yep.
Nice goal for the Generals. 2-1 our score. That is the end of the first quarter. I saw the teams came back. I thought they were coming back to midfield, but that is the end of the first quarter. Our score after 1, it is Grant 2, Central Catholic 1. We'll get ready here for the start of the second quarter in just a second. Grant's 2 goals, Elliott Fee and Sully Kruger. The Rams goal by Colin Sayer. Steve, your thoughts about the first quarter? I thought it was a pretty good defensive game by both teams.
Yeah, we didn't get many fast breaks. Both teams played tight defense. A little bit different offense. Rams kept it on the outside, swinging it around, looking for an opportunity, whereas Grant, tends to stack it a bit in the middle there, moving it, looking to get it inside and outside there, and that's how they were able to get that last goal there with a quick shot, a quick pass, a quick shot inside.
Pretty evenly played first quarter. That last goal came within the last 5 seconds of the quarter.
Yeah.
A well-designed play, too, on the out-of-bounds pass as the cutter came right down in front of the goalie, got the ball and put it in the net. Again, the goalies tonight for the Rams, it is John Nisbet, and for the Grant Generals, the goalie is Lucas Dieter.
Yeah, those offensive players on the inside there, they hang out there for a while, and the Rams begin to get used to seeing them there, and then all of a sudden one will turn and cut, and that's how they were able to get that goal.
All right, we change ends. Here come the Rams forward. You hear the Rams players switch.
Yep. I noticed that the Grant is very aggressive when it comes to working one-on-one with the Rams. They use their sticks a lot, and they've been able to come up with a few steals tonight already.
Grant's a school from the PIL. Central Catholic, of course, Mount Hood Conference, but both of them are playing in the Columbia Conference. Number of PIL schools in that conference. Lots of communication going on. That's a good sign. Well-coached teams. Generals. scooped up back behind the net. Generals.
Get a little double team here.
Number 14 back there, that is Miles Whiteford. Fee has a goal, Whiteford doesn't so far. Those are the two players, the scorers Coach Ling told us to watch. Oh, nice move in front, but sends it back behind the net. Fee.
There's a nice steal. Oh, he can't pick it up. There he goes. Oh, nope. Still. Oh, this might turn
Look
into
out,
a go here.
right in front.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and a goal
Yeah.
right in front. The ball came loose. Rams couldn't pick it up. Generals did, and a score. And the goal for the Generals, that is number 0. The other player Coach Ling told us to watch, Marshall Brower, the junior.
Yeah, he did a nice job there picking up that loose ball, seeing that lane open there and going ahead and taking it 2-3 steps, and he was able to get a nice shot off on the go.
That was just fortunate for the Generals. Rams were trying to scoop the ball up when the Generals stepped in. Brower with the shot, with the goal.
Yeah, the Rams had made a stick, knocked the ball loose with a stick, but just weren't able to pick it up that time quick enough.
Here's the draw. And I thought they signaled a stop, but Generals have the ball. Generals with the ball and the lead at 3-1. Back behind the net. Generals still playing a bunch of people in front. Fee takes it behind the net, powers a move forward. There's a shot, a nice block. Saved by Nisbet that time. Ball goes out. It'll be to the Generals. 3-1 our score. The Generals like the right side here. Now back behind the net. There's a shot. Blocked.
Generals pick it back up. Good double team defense there.
Another fortunate pickup of the ball.
This time, goalie gets it out quick. Oh, but it's lost again. Central Catholic remaining it. Oh, lots of stick play out there.
Steve, you walked on the turf before the start of the game. Did it seem wet to you or slippery in any way?
You know, it's AstroTurf that they have like a grass, so it's smashed, so it can be very flat sometimes, and that can make it slippery.
There is a timeout. Timeout here at Marshall High School. Our score early on in the second quarter, it is Grant 3, Central Catholic 1. You're watching action here on Oregon Sports Beat. Steve, this is one of those sports, lots of strategy in this. Lots of movement, lots of cutters, lots of passes. You can't just stand out there and fire away on the goalie.
Yeah, you're looking to either make opportunities, create things, make them happen. You got to read your defense real well to see when those opportunities are there. You get some athletes who are able to make some nice cuts and get free to get a shot off close. We haven't seen too much of that tonight. The defense has done a nice job on the one-to-one defense, but there's have been a couple of breakdowns, and that's why we got those goals.
You know, it's a tough job for goalies in this game, too. You've got that stick. You've got the big stick and everything, but not like hockey. You don't have any blocker pads
right.
or anything like that. You know, you see a lot of goals that go between the goalie's legs in this sport or off to each side.
Yeah, some of the favorite shots seem to be those low bouncing shots that often the goalie has a hard time getting to.
Rams. That ball goes out, and it'll be white ball. Generals will have it.
Yeah, Generals have done a nice job of getting possession whenever they challenge that loose ball like that.
Remember, if the ball goes out, it is awarded to the other team unless it's a shot. And a shot that goes back behind the goal and goes out, then it's awarded to the player closest to the ball. Each team has to keep at least 4 players back at all times, back of the midfield line. Those are usually the 3 defensemen and the goalie. Generals. Brower with the ball, Marshall Brower. He has a goal in the game. Number 14, that is Whiteford, Miles Whiteford. There's the shot. Blocked. Nisbet blocked that one. Here come the Rams. Lose the ball, picked up. Nice job of picking that ball up.
Oh, little bit of deflection there. Goalie got out of position, and that one kind of rode in past him.
Rams with a goal. Number 1 on the goal, and that is Augie Lazat. Did he get the deflection or did he shoot the ball? He got the deflection.
Yeah.
All right. Lazat got the deflection in. Lazot with the goal cuts the lead now, 3-2. Heads up play that time. Generals tipped it that time, but picked up by the Rams, and here come the Rams forward, just a goal down. Quickly inside, a hard shot, saved by the goalie, loose, and that goes back behind the net, picked up by the Rams.
Oh, I think somebody got a little bit close to the net that time.
Okay. Grant down with the ball. They have the lead, 3-2. In front, Cutter came through that time. That was Fee, I believe.
Yeah. That's one of those over the shoulder, behind your back kind of shots there. Kind of went wide.
Fee cut through. They got him the ball. The shot was a little unorthodox, but just off to the side. General still with the ball back behind the net. Oh, ball way up in the air. General still come down with it. A couple of players got their stick way up in the air. They're trying to get that ball. But now the Rams pick it up. Here they come forward over midfield. Generals. Fee back behind the net again. He's been all over the place here in this first half. Nesbitt with a block that time. He's made a couple of really good saves. Ball loose. Picked up by the Generals. They get it back out to center. Whiteford with the ball. Generals with the lead, 3-2.
Looks like they scored. Did they score there? Yep.
Goal for the Generals. Generals with the goal, the lead now at 4-2. Let's see, I heard somebody say, good shot, Ryan. Looking for a Ryan on the roster. They don't have one, so obviously. Did we see who got that goal? Right. So our cameraman Ryan said he heard somebody say, Ryan, good shot. Let me look down the roster and see if I can find a Ryan for the Generals. Nope, we'll have to get you that one. So Ryan Johnson picked up the same thing I did. The players were yelling, good shot, Ryan, but I can't find a Ryan on the roster. Four to 2 our score now. Generals still with the ball. Fee behind the net, sends it out. Steve, the Generals work much closer inside when they have the ball than the Rams do.
Yeah, they play close.
There's a hard shot, and that's a goal.
Yep.
That's 17, Elliott Fee.
Yeah, the Generals' passing is a little bit more sharper. Their defense, they play a bit more aggressive on the defense. They're always trying to knock the ball away.
What I meant by what I was saying is the Rams start their action deeper, further away from the goal than the Generals do. They start maybe 10 yards closer. They only have maybe 3 guys around the outside and then a couple of guys in front of the net. But Fee had that goal. That's his second of the game, and it gives the Generals the lead at 5-2. Here's the draw. Ball still down, picked up. Central Catholic has it. Couple of spin moves, tries to work his way inside, passes off behind the net. Rams still with the ball. Rams down the right side. Nobody in the middle at all there.
Oh, nice move inside.
Spin move inside. The shot goes wide. They cleared out inside. That was Miles Berry.
Yeah, the Rams play a lot on the perimeter, looking to make something happen on the inside.
It was 2-1 at the end of one. It's 5-2 right now. Rams still with the ball behind the net.
That's where they
kind of lobbed up in the air. The Generals come down with it. Dish it back to the goalie, Lucas Dieter. Send it forward. Here come the Generals down the right side quickly. I heard a couple of people yell 1 minute. We must be 1 minute away from the end. No clock here, so we can't see that. Scoreboard isn't working. Hard
another
shot, another goal. Generals with another goal on a hard shot. All right, our spotter says 17. If that's right, that's Elliot Fee again, and he now has a hat trick. So Fee with a hat trick, the goal. The lead is now 6-2.
Grant doing a nice job keeping those shots low and getting them past the goalie that way.
3 straight goals here for the Generals. Generals still with the ball. Out on top.
You see they have 2 there in the middle.
Right in front of the net. They've got a player right in front of the net. That player down there right in front of the net. That's Liam Thompson. I'm sorry, Leah. That's right, Liam Thompson. And another goal. That goes in right just before the end of the second quarter. Wow.
So Grant on a bit of a roll here.
4 straight goals. All right, we'll try to get you that goal scorer. The goal scorer had his back turned away from us and then ran off the field and's over in the side, so I didn't see it right away. General still with the ball. There's the horn. That is the end of the first half. And Steve, what the General scored within the last 10 seconds of the first quarter, the last 10 seconds of the second quarter. They hold the lead in this one now 7-2. It was 2-1 at the end of one. Generals outscore the Rams in the second quarter 5-1 and lead us 7-2. Quick thoughts?
Yeah, Rams were able to keep it close that first quarter. Match was pretty evenly played there, but then the Generals found some momentum, and they came back and scored some nice logos. Keeping the ball in tight on the inside. I'm going to say they were at the most 20 yards away on those goals that they scored, whereas the Rams tend to keep the ball a little bit farther out.
Right, hat trick for Elliot Fee for Grant. We're going to take a break while we're here at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll come back with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Our score here at Marshall High School in Columbia League action, boys lacrosse, it is Grant 7, Central Catholic 2. We'll be back. Welcome back. Halftime here at Marshall High School. Columbia League action in boys lacrosse. Our score here, it is Grant 7, Central Catholic 2. It was 2-1 at the end of the first quarter. Grant led then, but we outscored Central Catholic 5-1 in the second quarter to take this 7-2 lead. And Steve, we were talking at halftime, and it just seems to me like the Generals are more aggressive here, and they certainly are playing closer to the net. They have a lot more shots on goal than Central Catholic does. Let's see if the strategies change at all here in the second half. Are you anticipating that?
Yeah, Central Catholic may pick up the pace some. They have to change their strategy a bit. They need to try to get some momentum here in order to get themselves back into this here. They know they can score. They've scored. They have some good players there. They just need to, I think, get a little bit more aggressive, maybe take a little bit more chances. They have good speed, and I haven't seen them use it to their advantage as much. I've watched the players on the field. I've watched players outrun other players, but I haven't seen that speed being used to their advantage that much.
All right, goals in the first quarter. They were scored for Grant. Elliott Fee got a goal, and Sully Kruger got a goal. For the Rams, it was Colin Sayer with a goal. In the second quarter, goal scoring started off. Marshall Brower for Grant got a goal. Central Catholic got a goal, and that was by Augie Lazote. Then there was a goal for Grant. We think it was scored by somebody named Ryan, but we can't find a Ryan on the sheet. Then two straight goals back-to-back by Elliott Fee, and that made him with 3 goals and a hat trick. And then a final goal for Grant, and I'm going to try to get the number of the player. I saw him head off. I'll see if I can recognize him when he comes back on. But Fee with a hat trick, 7-2 our score. Referees headed back out to the middle. Thanks for joining us here on Oregon Sports Beat. Like I said, we're at Marshall High School. This is a home game for the Grant Generals. The Central Catholic Rams are actually the visitor in this game. Central Catholic sits atop the Columbia League, 3-0, 6-5 overall. Central Catholic 2-1, 3-6 overall. It is not yet sanctioned as a sport by the OHSLA. So these are actually considered to be club teams playing for the high schools. And that's why Grant is here as their home field, because they can't play at Grant High School. All right, we're just about ready to get this started. 2 more 12-minute quarters. 7-2, Grant leads. Rams need to get more aggressive, get more shots on goal.
So we'll see if they pick up their pace here. Maybe move the ball a bit quicker. Maybe get a little bit more creative on their offense, challenging and pressuring a little bit closer to the goal.
Generals will move from our right to our left. Rams will move from our left to our right. Rams, cardinal and gold uniforms, gold lettering on the back. The Generals, blue and white. Blue pants, white jerseys, blue numbers on the back.
I did see the Rams earlier have one offensive setup where they did have a player post near the goal. We'll see if they can turn that into some points here.
Generals scoop that up quickly. Generals with the ball. Marshall Browser, he has a goal in the game, number 0. Now they send it back outside. The player to watch is number 17, Elliott Fee. He already has a hat trick.
See, they keep that lone player in the middle there, and then they'll switch him in, come out.
See, they have 2 players right in front of the net. They kind of cross right there. Now they bring another player up. So they're rotating players in and out right in front, and Fee is standing right in front of the goal mouth. Now the Generals back it out a little bit. Going to start from outside. Work towards the middle. Nice contact that time by the Rams. Generals with the ball. There's a jump pass. And I don't think he actually shot it. He jumped up like he was going to and didn't shoot it. Generals behind the net.
They were looking that time for a pass over the middle.
They've already succeeded on that one time. That out of bounds play that went to a cutter right in front of the net, and they scored a goal on that one. Rams take the ball.
Oh, throws it away.
What's going on there, Steven?
There was a ball out. Ball went out wide over there on the far side.
Oh. Back behind the net. Generals with the ball. That pass goes over the head of a General and goes out. It'll be ran ball, and they start forward. Generals, nice move coming down the sideline.
I was waiting for him to make a little fake and even take that in a little bit deeper there.
That was a great play that time by number 29, London Talbot. Back behind the net.
Nice shot from a hard angle there on the wide far side.
Goal for the Rams.
So they shoot that one quick there. They're going to need to do that a little bit more often now.
Who got that goal, Steve? Did you see?
I'm not sure. I believe he went off over there, but I'm not. Two players went off. I'm not sure which one.
All right, it is a goal for the Rams, though. First goal of the third quarter goes to the Rams. They now trail by 4, 7-3. Rams quickly pick that ball up and come right back down at the goal. They were down 5, now they're down 4. Let's see if we can cut it to 3. Ball loose, scrambled around, Rams pick it up. Rams with the ball, that's number 7 for the Rams. Colin Sayer, the goal scorer. Rams goals, Sayer, Lizotte, and whoever got that goal there to start the second, or the third quarter. Our spotter's back now.
Do they give this to Grant here?
Grant going to start with the ball. By the way, sometimes if we get screened on a goal, we don't know the exact player. We'll try to get that information before the end of the game, pass it along to you. But also keep in mind, Steve and I are the unofficial scorekeeper. We are not the book. General's back behind the net.
And that's where they look for that pass inside there.
They like to get a couple of players who move right in front of the net and stand there. They have a player parked there right now.
And there's a shot.
Wide left, a shot. Nisbet cut down any angle that time, and the shot was wide left. We had 3 goals in the first quarter, 6 goals in the second quarter. We've had 1 goal here in the third, and that was a Ram goal.
Good.
Nice play defensively by the Rams to block that one. And the Rams dropped some defenders back to in front of the net now.
But now you see 2 alone there in the net. They recover now. The Rams recover.
That ball loose. Not enough players back. Quickly.
We got a little run here. Yes, nice job.
Nice job by the Rams. Cut the lead 7-4.
That's what we need. They need to use that speed a little bit more. Strike quickly.
7-4. 2 quick goals by the Rams cut this lead from 5 goals to 3 goals.
He says 10.
All right. The goal line, that's number 10 for the Rams. Number 10 is Gavin Jackson. So nice goal by Jackson. In on the goal with the shot, the score. 7-2, turns in now 7-4 with the Rams with 2 quick goals. And the Rams pick this up. Nice move. Really nice.
Good speed.
21 for the Rams that time. 21, that is Ryan Anthony. Rams still with the ball. Boy, a goal here would sure help out. Not unusual, Steve, in lacrosse games for there to be a whole lot of goals sometimes in a very short period of time.
Oh, yeah. That momentum changes sometimes, and a lot of things begin to happen and go in one team's way.
Momentum. Generals with the ball. I don't think the Generals have been trying to sit on the lead. I just think the Rams have played really hard, gotten some great shots.
Yeah, the Rams picked up their game a bit here. The Generals still playing their game. They're, you see their offensive set here. They're looking to go inside. They get some motion there.
Fee with the ball. Number 17 with the ball and a hat trick. Back to Fee, a hard shot home.
Going over the left side of his body that time.
Steve, that was a goal.
Yes.
Yes.
He did a nice shot over the left side of his body that time to get that goal in on the far side.
I think that goal was scored by 17 by Elliott Fee. It's 8-4. Here's the draw.
Well, there's a penalty there. I think he got hit in the back that time.
Player will hit off. That's a Ram player. Rams got 2 quick goals, cut the lead to 7-4. And right away, the Generals came back in Elliott Fee goal, number 4 for him in the game. And it's 8-4. Penalty on the Rams. Generals behind the net. Out in front, a hard shot and a goal. Backhanded goal.
Yep, they set that up very nicely there for that shot.
The score, that was a goal for Marshall Brower. That's his second of the game. So 4 goals for Elliott Fee, 2 goals for Marshall Brower. 9-4, I'm sorry, is our score. The lead back up to 5. It was 5 at the end of 2. Each team now with 2 goals here in the third quarter. Rams got the first 2. Generals have got the last 2. Fee and Brower with goals. Way back behind the net. Ball comes way out high. In on goal. Can't get a shot away. Dropped the ball. Rams were right in front. And there is a foul. You see the red, yellow flag go up in the air.
Yeah, there's lots of sticks and bumping on that one.
Boy, the stick work has increased substantially. A couple of Ram players went in towards the goal, and they were just getting sticks from everywhere.
The way they're backing up looks like they're giving it. The Rams will get it here.
Right. You can see the general player head over to the penalty area, take a seat. All right, one of the Ram players, I heard them yell out 33, whatever play that is. Rams need to get another goal back. Now, where they started, down 5, 9-4. Shot that one low. Nice job by the goalie that time, Dieter. Dieter went down on his knees and blocked that like a hockey goalie. Generals with the ball, quickly down the left side.
They pick up the loose one there.
Third quarter action, 9-4. Grant leads Central Catholic.
So the Generals, again, they set it up. They keep one man down there close to the goal.
Around the outside.
Outside. They'll work it behind the goal. They'll look inside.
General's very, very adept at passing.
That's where they get those 2 men inside.
In front, that was Fee. Could not get a shot away.
Oh, he was looking.
He was looking, though. Boy, a lot of action right in front of the net that time. Looked like Central Catholic had the ball, then dropped it, picked back up by the Generals. Fee, a couple of side steps. Rams take it away. Here come the Rams down the left side this time. Great speed. And a little spin move, and they'll pull it back. Couple of spin moves. Boy, physical contact. Wow.
It's a long time for that whistle that time.
Back behind the net. That'll go out, and it'll be general ball. Generals had too many men on the field. Their bench was yelling at somebody, get off the field. To Fee. Fee rolls the ball across the field. That was kind of fun.
Oh, there's a penalty.
There is a penalty.
They'll let them play to see if they get an advantage.
Hard shot by Fee went high. Nisbet had that one squared up, looked straight at it. Fee shot it high. Back behind the net, it'll be general ball. There we go. Referee signals clock start. Generals turn in towards the middle, send it back behind the net. Right in front, dishes it off, tries to get a shot low, blocked. Good defensive play by the Rams.
There's a
Right
nice
in
turn
front,
there.
turned
Yeah.
and shot and
Yeah.
scored.
General's done a nice job of that little misdirection and a turn, get a step, and then they go.
So another goal for Grant. 10-4 our score. 15 on the goal for Grant. 15. That's the second goal for Sully Kroger. So 4 goals for Fee, 2 goals for Brower, 2 goals for Kroger. That's 8 of the 10 that the Generals have, and they lead now 10-4, their biggest lead of the game. 5 goals here in the third quarter, 4. I'm sorry, 3 goals with 7-2. Rams come right back, and ball taken away. Here come the Generals.
Nice pass up there.
There's the horn. That is the end of the third quarter. Our score here at the end of the third quarter, it is Grant 10, Central Catholic 4. So it was 3 goals that quarter for the Generals, 2 goals for the Rams. 2, 5, and 3 for the scoring for the Generals. 1, 1, and 2 for the Rams. 10-4 our score. Steve?
So the Rams did pick it up a little bit, use their speed. They got a couple goals that time, but Generals came right back using their game plan there, finding people in the middle. They have some really good outside shooters, too. The Generals do a nice job getting that ball low on their shots there.
Right. It was 7-2. Rams came out and got the first 2 goals of the third quarter and looked like play was picking up. They'd cut the lead to 3 at 7-4, and then 3 straight goals by the Grant Generals, and each one of those was scored by a player tonight who now has multiple goals in the game. Elliott Fee has 4, Marshall Brower has 2, and Sully Kroger has 2. So that's where we stand. 10-4 is our score. Fourth quarter coming up here. Remember, Generals are 3-0 in the Columbia Conference. Rams are 2-1.
So we'll see what the Rams do here. We got one player talking to the officials out there. There was a lot of stick action going on there at that time.
Looked like a couple of chefs carving up a turkey.
And so we see they're lining up for a face-off here.
Generals have done a good job tonight of scoring within the last 10 seconds of the quarters. Here we go with the draw. 12 minutes of action left here. Final quarter. Rams.
Oh, nice shot. Good job. Quickly strike there.
Goal for the Rams as they start the fourth quarter off quickly.
They've had some success by being fast, getting the ball up, and taking advantage of the not letting the Grant get set up into their defense, and they've been able to score a couple goals that way.
Did we see who got that goal? All right. All right. Our spotter says that goal was scored by Ryan. Well, I'll have to look and see if there's a Brian or something like that close on the Central Catholic roster. But the lead now is 10-5. Rams come right back.
And another low shot there.
Another low shot. All right.
It's all sides.
The Rams do have a Ryan on their rosters, number 21, Ryan Anthony. And I believe that's who got that goal because I heard the other players saying good shot, Ryan. So we'll credit to Ryan Anthony, number 21.
So now we see the Rams posting one up there. They're looking to try to penetrate. They've had some success on that.
Rams still with the ball. Steve, it's kind of different. The Rams come out and score goals to start quarters. The Generals score goals to end quarters. Generals with the ball. Generals back behind the net. Can you see John Nesbitt in goal when the ball's behind there? He turns and faces the ball standing in the net, and then when it comes forward, he spins around real quick. Generals steal a pass there right in front, a shot. Deflected. Goalie with the ball went back behind the net. General was
Yeah,
chasing him.
Now, the Generals do play very aggressive defense. They line up, they match up. Ooh.
Oh, you'd think that might have been a trip, but no call.
Yep.
Well, let's see.
Maybe they
Nope.
did.
Maybe
Nope.
they did.
Yeah, they're giving it to Generals there at the spot. Sometimes they let them play on if they think there's might be taking away an advantage.
For those of you that are familiar with hockey, sometimes there's a penalty call, but it doesn't get enforced until the other team touches the ball. In, shot, way over the top of the net. Nesbitt cut off the angle that time. The shot went high on the 5, fourth quarter action.
See the Rams looking to shoot early. That's what they've had some success in.
Generals get the ball out, send it forward. And that ball, thought it went out. Nope, still with the ball. Generals still have the ball. Oh, nice block from behind that time by the Rams. Generals, though, still with the ball back behind the net.
So moving it around on the outside. They still keep those two players inside there. They'll switch in and out.
Have great strategy in doing that. A shot back behind the net. Tried to bounce that one in and missed. General still with the ball. I don't know if you can hear the Central Catholic coach yelling. He's yelling at Miles Berry, and he wants him to check 17. That's Elliot Fee, who has the 4 goals.
They tried to penetrate at that time.
Still general ball. Each team with a goal here in the 4th. 11-5 our score. Generals lead. By the way, that yelling we hear, that is from our crowd mics. Alva Myers, our engineer, got those out, and we can pick up all that action that we hear out on the field. Here we go, Generals.
They're reversing around there. 2 men will hang out. Now
Wow.
they'll go into some motion here.
This is about the most I've seen the Generals go around the outside.
There we go.
They're very adept at passing the ball.
Yeah, I think they're using a little bit of the clock right now also.
Have a 6-goal lead, 11-5.
Almost penetrated it in that time for a shot. They did that time.
15 on the goal.
Yep.
12-5 is our score. The goal scored by number 15, and that is Sully Kroger. That's a hat trick for him now. So 2 hat tricks for the Generals. Elliott Fee with a hat trick, Sully Kroger with a hat trick. And the lead goes to 7, 12-5. They had the ball. They passed it around a lot that time. Went around the outside and went to the inside. Kroger got a shot on the inside, put it in the net. Central Catholic with the ball. Back behind the net. That's going to go way long. Here we go. Rams with the ball. Number 1, Augie Lazote. He has a goal in the game for the Rams. There's a shot low. Tried to skip that in. Blocked. Nice job by the goalie that time. Lucas Dieter.
I think he blocked that with his leg there that time. He's favoring it a little bit. Long pass.
The length of the field pass.
Yeah, I think the goalie did get hit in the ankle with the ball there somewhere.
You mean
Shin.
the general goalie?
Yeah.
Lucas Dieter is down. He's been sitting down. He was sitting down while part of that play was going on. He got up and he's limping. And I think you're right, Steve. I could hear a sound that time. I think the ball hit him in the ankle. And in fact, he sits back down. Now he stands up. I think what he was actually doing was loosening his shoe. He's up, standing in the net, so hope he's okay. Lucas Dieter, the goalie.
Okay, a penalty there.
A penalty. (12-5) our goal. 2 hat tricks for the General. Elliott Fee, Sully Kruger. Couple of goals by Marshall Brower. Generals back behind the net. Ball went long, but Generals retained possession. They're in front. Oh, kind of like an underhand
shot. It went way wide, way far. Put a
high
lot on
and
it.
wide,
Yeah.
but shot that ball underhand. Nisbet still.
I'm sorry, they didn't see the man on the inside there that time.
And there is a flag.
I'm not quite sure what that.
I'm not quite sure what that flag was for. Rams making a couple of position changes, sending one of the defenders forward. Generals with the ball. High. That ball's going to go way back. Scooped up by... But that's where Rams had it. They do.
Blocked again by Rams there. Picked up.
Rams with the ball. Down the left side.
So Rams need numbers here. To be shy one. There it is.
Rams with the ball. Down the right side, back behind. Generals are really good at defense in front of the net.
They do a nice job coming back and then collapsing to help.
They'll head down the right side again, Rams, and put it back behind. Scooped up by the Generals. There it is. That's the horn. The end of the game. Our final score here from Marshall High School, it is Grant 12, Central Catholic 5. Let me give you the scoring by quarters. For the Generals, 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. That's 12 for the Rams. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. That's our score, 12-5 for the Grant Generals. A hat trick for both Elliott Fee and Sully Kruger. 2 goals for Marshall Brower in the game. A good effort both offensively and defensively by the Generals. The Generals now go to 4-0 in Columbia Conference action, 7-5 overall. The Rams go to 2-2 in Columbia Conference action, 3-7 overall. Steve?
Yeah, it's a nice game tonight. Grant, showing their skills there. They did a lot of good plays, inside plays, lots of great shots for them. Central Catholic, came in, tried to change the momentum early in each of the quarters, getting out scoring early, but they just couldn't seem to get that momentum changed enough, and Grant was able to come back, score extra goals, and keep that lead up there. So nice game tonight by both teams.
All right, I want to remind you, we're Oregon Sports Beat. You can find us at our website, OregonSportsBeat.com. We have our schedules up, and it'll tell you what event we're covering and where and the start time. And I can tell you, this Friday will be at Irv Lynn Stadium. 3:45 is the start time on that. That's a softball game. It is Central Catholic and Nelson. They played early in the month, and we actually covered that. So join us at that time for that event, and we'll pick you up on our calendar for May. Got people we want to thank tonight. Want to thank the both athletic departments and the head coaches for both teams for their help in getting us information before we started tonight. Our crew tonight on our director has been Alva Myers. He also got those great cameras out that picked up all that yelling that we could hear. Our producer has run the camera tonight. That's Ryan Johnson. My broadcast partner, Steve Roberts. Steve, I'll give you a final thought.
Oh, looking forward to some more lacrosse this season. Grant's looking good here. We'll see how far ahead they get. Central Catholic working hard. We'll see how they do the rest of their season. So good game tonight, guys. Looking forward to more. We're
looking forward to more, and see you on Friday. I'm Dave Hall. Again, our final score from Marshall High School in Columbia Conference boys lacrosse action. It is the Grant Generals 12, the Central Catholic Rams 5. Good night, everybody.